Hey everyone, my name is Jacqueline Ramos and I am a counselor at the Center for Integrative Counseling and Psychology. Today I want to talk to you about how to support a friend or a family member who might be going through depression. Now maybe you know they're going through depression because they told you, or maybe you just noticed that they've been acting differently. Maybe they've been down a lot more on themselves or just in general. Maybe they have showed that they have little to no energy. Maybe they've even told you, I just don't feel like doing anything at all. Perhaps their appetite has changed. Maybe you notice that they're skipping some meals. Or even their speech has slowed down more than normal. These can all be signs of depression. And so I want to give you some tips because as loved ones, we often feel like we have a role to play in the lives of our loved ones, especially when they're going through a tough time like depression. And so when thinking of how you can help and how you can support, I want to give you 3 tips that might be helpful. So first and foremost, we often feel like we have to respond in some way, right? And so before I give you these 3 tips, I want to share 3 responses to when our friends are feeling down. Number 1 is pity, right? So we might respond with pity. We might say, oh man, I feel bad for you, or that stinks. Those are reactions that are very pity driven. And so pity does not try to emotionally connect. It just really feels bad for the person. The second response is to have sympathy. Sympathy basically tries to fix the problem, right? And so sympathy says, oh, I'm so sorry your dog died. Do you want to go get an ice cream cone? And it's kind of like, here, let me just fix the problem. Slap a Band-Aid on it. You'll be fine. Sympathy, again, does not try to connect emotionally, and more so tries to just fix the problem. The last reaction, and I think the one that we all desire, is empathy. Empathy really tries to understand the person. And so in understanding the person, we're able to connect to them in an emotional way. And so maybe you don't know what it's like to lose your dog, but you know what it's like to lose something, and you know what it's like to feel sad. And so empathy says, man, I'm so sorry, and I don't know how you feel right now, but how can I help, right? And sometimes empathy just looks like sitting down with a person and just being there, and sometimes not even saying anything. Just saying, I know this is hard, right? So sympathy tries to put themselves in the shoes of the person that is suffering or going through a hard time. Now that you know the 3 responses, I want to share with you the 3 tips. So, number 1, show empathy. Show the person that you love that you understand that this is a hard time and that you want to be there for them. Number 2 is to validate their emotions. So, in validating a person's emotions, what you're doing is you're communicating that their emotions that you see them feeling or that they have shared with you are important to you, and are important in general. And so instead of saying something like, don't feel that, or don't worry, you'll get over it soon, what you're doing in communicating that is you're saying that it doesn't matter how they're feeling. And so it's very important to validate their emotions, to tell the person, I see that you're sad right now. Do you want to talk about it? Or I notice that you've been down a lot lately and I'm so sorry. Really validating those emotions, especially if they're sharing them with you. If they tell you they feel anxious, then saying, man, I'm so sorry. What does that feel like? And asking them and exploring with them. The 3rd tip we have for you today, or I have for you today, is to help your friends seek professional help. And so whether that looks like reaching out to one of our counselors at the center, or reaching out to, maybe they have an insurance company that provides a list of therapists in their area. The Center for Integrative Counseling and Psychology is here we are ready and willing to help you. We also accept all types of insurances. We have counselors that specialize in things from depression, anxiety, boundaries, to couples, to kids, to lots of different areas. And so if you find yourself with a loved one or a friend that might need to talk to somebody, please do not hesitate to reach out. Help them. Maybe say, hey, I'll help you. I'll call them with you. I'll be in the room when you call, or I'll look up the phone number for you. You can find all of our information at our website, which is www.thecentercounseling.org, and we would love to help and support you in any way that we can. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful.